You're listening to RAWF After Hours on the RAWF Radio Network.
Up a ring and onto the mic. Golden locks, throwing shades on tight. I'll rule the airwaves, I own the night. Crank up the volume, feel the heat down. Turn up the dial, let me preach. Running this town with a steel cake smile. When the bell rings, I do it with style. I'm the Lord of Saturday night. One hair thunder, taking the mic. Bodies tell the truth, no fear, no fight. Bow down, cause I'll rule tonight. Taking the mic, bodies said the truth, no fear, no fright. Bow down, cause I rule tonight.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to RAWF After Hours on the RAWF Radio Network, live from New York. Wait, that might be copyright infringement. I better not go there. But at any rate, it is RAWF After Hours here. And we are in New York City. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome by the way, I'm Lord Amadeus, the owner and CEO of RAWF, and my co-host is the one and only. He is the one and only El Vagant. Hola, El Vagant.
Hola, mi amigo. ¿Cómo está?
I was wondering if you're getting here in time. You cut it a little close tonight.
Yeah, we had a little problem down there, one of the trucks I had to go deal with. I got here.
Well, appreciate that. Big night tonight. And, of course, our first RAWF pay-per-view in, good Lord, 5 months? 6 months? What has it been? It's been quite a while. Coming up tomorrow night, RAWF Cataclysm, live from Madison Square Garden here in New York City, the Mecca, the most famous arena in all of the world. And it's going to be a hell of a night. We'll get all the details out here in just a little bit. But first, let's get to some general RAWF business, some GM reports and news and notes. All right. So, with that being said, let's bring in real quick our RAWF RFC general manager, the immortal Griffith. Griffith, you had something you needed to talk about.
Oh, well, I'm going to start out early. Just so we know, the round 2 of the RFC has just concluded. We are going through the tapes as we speak to come up with the match of the week. And then once that's determined, we will do rankings, announce the rankings, and come up with the round 3 pairings.
All right. Excellent.
I would like to remind people that RPing is a big part of the scores in the RFC. Apparently, in the break, some people forgot that. There's been a lot of very silent matches. That's not helpful to anybody.
I admit I'm guilty.
You are.
I'm also guilty. I believe I counted out. So that's a double whammy on me. But so I'll try to do better in the future. But anything else, Griff?
I'll get more into this as we come to the end of this particular season. But next season there is going to be some rules changes, just from things I've seen. We're going to tweak the rules a bit.
All right. Excellent. Good stuff. I believe the only other report we've got tonight is from Unstoppabot. Wants to remind you that the RAWF Extra Points Tournament is open for signups and will be until January 14th, which is, let's see, I believe that's Wednesday. Yes,
4
well,
days. 4 days. It's the 10th
yep,
now.
Wednesday. So Extra Points Tournament open for signups until Wednesday, and the RAWF tag season is still open for signups, but will be closing tomorrow. And I'm assuming it'll probably be after the pay-per-view show, which, by the way, we will be live tomorrow as well for Cataclysm. So that is from Unstoppabot. Thank you, Unstoppabot. And from what I can see, there's been a lot of teams joining this season. I think people are definitely hyped for finally getting back into RAWF tag teams after the hiatus. Yeah, so it's going to be an interesting season, I think, coming up for RAWF tags. All right, a couple other notes I want to mention. Congratulations to Magnificent Michael, who dethroned Iceman Jer last week to become the new Superstars champion.
I did not see that coming.
I didn't either. And it certainly was, I think Michael, I want to say he has been Superstars champion. I know I went over this last week. Maybe not. Oh, wait, that's the wrong one. No, I think that's his first time as Superstars. Nope, second time. There it is. Second time. He is now a two-time Superstars champion as Magnificent Michael. So he defeated Iceman Jer last week. Congratulations to MM. His first gold in RAWF in quite a while. Congratulations.
And at some point, we'll find out who's going to try to take it from him, but not this weekend.
Nope, not this weekend. Another note, there will be no RAWF After Hours next weekend, a week from tonight. We will return, what is it, the 24th? Yes, that would be the 24th, so that's 2 weeks from tonight. But we're having an extra show tomorrow to make up for it, so there you go. So no RAWF After Hours next Saturday. All right. L Vacant, you should have the updated rankings in your possession.
I do.
Please.
Oh, you want me to do something with them? I
would. You what you usually do with them.
Read them and giggle?
Yes, that'll work.
All right, hold on. That's funny. All right, cool. Oh, you meant out loud.
Yep, I did.
Hold on. Let's see. Here we go. So we are at the top 25 as usual. You guys all know how this works. Right now we're 6 out of 10 matches, so 4 more matches to go, including the pay-per-view. So there's some still movement available here, but things are tightening up as we move forward. That's what she said. Okay, fine. All right. In 25th place, we have there's some definite movement since last time I read this too. In 25th place, we have the Crazy Serb. In 24th place, we have Big Papa. In 23rd place, we have Starlight. In 22nd place, we have Natalia Nitro. In 21st place, we have Davila. In 20th place, we have Cybele. In 19th, we have Papa Shaker. In 18th, we have the Marquis de Sade. In 17th, we have Michael Brewer. In 16th place, we have Deez. In 15th place, we have Denzel the Giant. In 14th, we have the Diesel Warrior. In 13th place, we have Hotshot Chaz. In 12th place, we have Chris Cage. In 11th place, we have, Maeve, you're just 1 out of the top 10. Just 1. You just got to do a little more to get top 10. Right? You're 11th right now. Maeve, cool. Right. In 10th place, we have the Paragon of Greatness. In 9th place, you fell a little bit here. 9th place, we have the Immortal Griffith. In 8th place, we have the Extreme Enigma. In 7th place, we have Ken Costa. In 6th place, we have Killa Neptune. That's definitely some movement since the last time I read this. In 5th place, we have Iceman Jer. Although, we know he just lost that title, so that'll probably affect this. In 4th place, we have, look at that, clickety-clack, it's a Hobo attack. Hobo is in 4th place at the moment. In 3rd place, we have the Teflon Sheik, which puts us in 2nd place with Claymore. And now number 1 with a bullet because, winning that extra points tournament always seems to help. That's right. In 1st place is simply the best.
And yes, indeed, it does definitely help. In STV's case, it helped tremendously. Let's take a look at it visually here.
Hey, where would he be if he didn't have that?
If he didn't have the 25 bonus points, he'd still be in 4th place, to be honest with you.
Oh, all right, there you go.
Yeah, he'd still be in 4th place.
Well, right, but for him, because he's national title, 4th is the same as 25th because it wouldn't get him anything.
That's true. That's true. That's a good point. But right now, he is in the driver's seat, already getting a world title shot tomorrow night at Cataclysm, and it's kind of a interesting because if he loses that match, he may fall out. If he wins it, he's world champion, and it doesn't matter. His rankings match is the world title match against Paragon tomorrow night. So, but this is still very early. Still 4 matches left to go in there, and interesting. The top 3 are all in the same little group, if you will, and definitely some interesting names. We don't see Killa and Paragon as low as normal there. And Iceman Jer has been having a hell of a month. So we will see.
Look, between what I read last show and the last time and this time, it's like it got shuffled. Like there was so much movement in just those couple weeks.
Yep, there was. There absolutely was a lot of movement. People fell out. People jumped in. But that's typical of pretty much any rankings period. And we'll see how that all plays out here in a couple of weeks. I have a feeling we'll have the final rankings done in 2 or 3 weeks pretty quickly. So, all right, let's move on now to the Cataclysm card for tomorrow night. And as you all know, it comes to us live from Madison Square Garden right here in New York City. Welcome back to everybody. Cataclysm. Welcome back to Cataclysm. Interesting how that works out. And of course, some of the matches. We've got the Horror Lumberjack match between Redneck Avenger and Soul Reaper involving zombies running around outside the ring. We've got the 3 stages of hell between Ken Costa and Kenta that has been after last week. I'm really looking forward to seeing who wins this one. El Vacant. These 2 have just been non-stop action. Champions Choice Championship, the new Superstars champion Magnificent Michael will challenge Aaron McFadden for the Champions Choice Championship. And I'm going to run and read these steps again real quick. All right. It is Magnificent Michael must wear a Santa hat, sing a Christmas carol each set, and he can only use play possum, defense, arm bar, short arm clothesline, running shoulder block, and basement dropkick. That is Magnificent Michael's handicap here in the Champions Choice Championship. Possible. It's not impossible, but I would say improbable, right?
It seems unlikely.
I would think so. All right.
I mean, I've seen weirder.
What's that? Yeah,
I've
that's
seen
true.
weirder.
Arcana Clash Championship. It will be Destroyer versus Michael Brewer. That'll be a hell of a matchup there. We've got Chris Cage defending the White Lightning Championship against Denzel the Giant. You've got Sassy Applebee's defending the Powerball Championship against Claymore. You have the Immortal Griffith defending the Multimedia Championship against Dees in a classic matchup, RAWF matchup. Triple Crown Championship, the unsettled Chris Cage defends against Maeve O'Hare and Joe Boo. You've got Destroyer defending the Estrogen Championship against Tigress. You've got the Immortal Griffith, you've got the Men's Championship, Michael Brewer defending the Men's Championship in a triple threat match, defending against Griffith and Claymore. You got the Fubar City Championship, Teflon Sheik defending against Cybel. Midnight Hobo Championship, Ken Costa defends against Iceman Jer, who's looking to regain some gold. National Championship, Simply the Best defends against Killa Neptune. Platinum Dragon Championship, this one's good. This one's going to be a good one. Hotshot Chaz defending against Extreme Enigma and Kenta. All three of them want that title. And of course, Chaz, the reigning champion. And finally, in the main event, it will be the Paragon of Greatness defending against Simply the Best. And all of these matchups, a lot of them, we've been looking forward to for several months now. And now it's finally time. Paragon versus Simply the Best. Pick a match, El Vacant, and let's talk about it.
Let's talk about one of the triple threats. You choose which.
Well, I mean, I think
that's a good one to talk about.
This is a good one to talk about. So
we haven't put a lot of talk into this one.
No, we really haven't. Not as much as it probably deserves, because we're talking about two Hall of Famers in that match, and as well as Joe Boo, who, has had his moments, certainly in RAWF history, where he's been pretty strong and has held titles. But I don't see him winning this one. I don't think he's as focused as he should be, and I think we've mentioned this before. I think it's between Chris and Maeve at this point.
In my opinion, that is probably true. But here's the thing: it's also like I don't think this is likely, but I would not put it past Jobu to be laying low, getting ready for this match, and making it so that everyone just thinks he's not going to be prepared or is going to be in the wrong headset and show up strong. Like, I would not put that past him for him running that level of swerve.
I mean, that's true. That's true. I mean, that would be. I would say that'd be somewhere along his MO. Maybe he has been just preparing for this match in secret, and maybe he will surprise us. We'll find out. We'll find out certainly.
Even if that's the case, my money's still on Maeve.
Well, I don't disagree with that. I certainly think Maeve, despite the champion's advantage that Chris Cage holds in this match, I certainly see Maeve. It's been a while since we've seen Maeve have some serious gold. I think she's motivated. Chris is going to have the White Lightning title to worry about, which we know is his baby. So we'll see. This one is going to be very interesting. The other triple threat match I think we should talk about is the men's championship. And we talked about how Brewer chose his own opponent due to the lockdown, due to the fact that we didn't have an Arsenal of the month. And he decided to choose two people, and both of them, we're talking about names in RAW. Yeah, both of them were former World Heavyweight Champions multiple times. Both of them RAWF Hall of Famers. Both of them are very decorated. I mean, these are not two. He did not.
That's true. One wears a mask. The other has things dangling in his beard. Very decorated.
Yes, decorated. Exactly. So give Brewer all the credit. He certainly didn't make it easy for himself when he certainly could have.
So here's the thing. This pick is genius on so many levels. Right? Just straight up for the match. If he wins this match, he sets his name. Like, that is an accomplishment of accomplishments. He just, like, if he walks out of this match the winner against arguably some of the most talented men this company has ever seen, that he's set himself up for the rest of his career, right? Not that he really needs to, but you know what I mean. In RAWF, that has meaning, right? So just right up the top level, that's just the base level that everyone's going to see. But here, let's delve a little deeper. If he loses, he's still set because he had the balls, the cojones, to challenge these two men. And as long as he doesn't just get raffle stomped, right, and he holds his own, even if he loses, he still gets himself all the kudos.
Okay,
right?
say that again.
Huh?
What was that
raffle
word?
Stomp? Raffle stomp? You've never heard raffle stomped?
I have never. You've never heard it either. You just made it up.
Maybe. But it's possible. All the kids are saying it.
I want to know. I want to find out what kids are saying. I don't. I very. But go ahead.
But that's just layer 2, right? But let's go even further. Here's the true genius of it. The two men he picked hate each other. Hate each other. He could very easily have chosen these two men as a path to an easy win because they will spend their entire match beating the hell out of each other, and then he'll swoop in and pick up off the what's left.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I mean, that is a possibility, and actually would be a pretty wise strategy on his part when you think about it.
I said genius. It is utter genius. The more I thought about this match, the more I realized that, like, there's no way this goes poorly for him. No matter what happens, he comes out ahead in some way.
Yeah, you're not wrong. One way or another, this was a brilliant move on his part. You're not wrong. And then you wanted to talk about triple threat matches. This one's the big one for me.
It is. This is actually the one I've been like really putting a lot of brain power to.
Absolutely. Hotshot Chaz defending the Triple Crown Championship. Or, sorry, not the Platinum Dragon Championship. See, it's too many triple threat matches. This isn't crazy. This is insane. But Chaz defending the Platinum Dragon, the heart and soul of RAWF, against Extreme Enigma and Kenta. And I don't think I've ever had such a big build-up for a Platinum Dragon match as we have for this one. All three of these individuals want this title bad.
They do, and I hate to say this because it's not fair to them, but on some levels, Enigma is almost an afterthought in this match because of all of the back and forth between Hotshot and Kenta while the arenas were closed, while we couldn't fight, like all of that pent up, like, oh, I'm the champion, no, I'm the champion. Like, these two men have had a spotlight on them for months about this. And then Enigma ended up being added in due to the nature of things. They earned it. I'm not saying it's they earned their shot, and they have been working their ass off for ages to get here. And I feel a little bad because, like I said, from 30,000 feet, this is a match of the Platinum Dragon versus the Golden Dragon. Oh, and they're there too, and that's. Now that may play in Enigma's favor because if these two concentrate on each other, Enigma just may come in and be like, "Hey, should have paid attention to me." Wham, wham, wham. Oh wait, raffle stomp.
It is going to be a raffle stomp tomorrow at Cataclysm.
I want to see if I can make it my slobber knocker.
Let's hear from the reigning Platinum Dragon champion himself, Hotshot Chaz.
Hey everybody, it is your friendly neighborhood Hotshot. Just going to talk a little bit about tomorrow. We got Cataclysm in New York City at Madison Square Garden. Big Platinum Dragon Championship match for myself. Defending against not one, but two opponents. Reason for that is because we had the big lockdown. I was in the middle of title defense, and so out of abundance of goodwill, obviously we were going to resume that title match, And then, of course, that would be between me and Kenta. And then, of course, you got the Extreme Enigma, who is the number one contender for the Platinum Dragon Championship, as they were when they contended at Graveyard Smash, which obviously never happened. So that's where you are. We're up to speed now. That's why we got the big triple threat match going on. So I got to say about both opponents, though, tremendous amount of respect for both of them. I mean, always have, always will. It's just, I mean, like I said, now we're on the big stage fighting for a championship that we all want really bad. And I just got to say, I mean, I've cut my promo. I did the Steiner math, but I'm going to stick with everything I said. You're good, but I'm better. And I'm going to prove it. And I'm going to retain the Platinum Dragon Championship because I am the heart and soul of RAWF today. That is the championship that I have been fighting for a majority of my career towards. And to me, it is a big step towards the big times, the World Heavyweight Championship, which is always, always a goal for me. It's going to be even more so of a goal to not only try to go for the World Heavyweight Championship, but to retain the Platinum Dragon Championship at Immortal 13, which is held in the hometown of the Hot Shot, Los Angeles, California, at SoFi Stadium. It's going to be big, and I want to make sure that I am right there in the center of it all. So what better way but for me to retain the Platinum Dragon Championship at Cataclysm, at Love Hurts, and at Immortal. And not only that, but wouldn't it be sweet serendipity if I find myself contending for the World Heavyweight Championship at Immortal 13? I can be an elite group of individuals who can say that they have held simultaneously both the Platinum Dragon and World Heavyweight Championship. That's right, I'm going to have the funniest thing if that were to happen. So I got goals. I plan on accomplishing those. And so that would require having to retain the Platinum Dragon Championship. So Kenta, Enigma, you're all very deserving competitors. You get a lot of my respect. But just know that I'm going to make sure that I do everything in my power to make sure that I am the one that's victorious at Cataclysm. I just know that it's going to be a good matchup. It's something you should all keep your eyes on. It's going to be great. It's just, yeah, put your money on the Hot Shot because I'm going to be the one who's going to go on. Now, I don't think I really have anything else I wanted to touch on today. So, I guess I will bid you all adieu. And remember, keep doing hotshot things.
All right, Chaz sounds ready for tomorrow night's Platinum Dragon Triple Threat match, Vacant. And again, this is probably, for me, one of the most anticipated Platinum Dragon title matches of all time.
It's up there, sure. Although I will say, look, boss, somebody needs to remind Chaz that, assuming he wins this match, he also has to retain at Love Hurts before he gets to Immortal.
He said that.
Did he? All right, because all I heard him was talking about Immortal there.
No, he said that. He did.
All right, my bad. I missed it.
Yeah, he did say that.
The studio cat was trying to take my headset at one point, so.
In other words, his goal for the Platinum Dragon Championship is to retain it at Love Hurts and at Immortal.
No, right, that's it. My bad.
All right. But, of course, we went over all the main matches. But for the undercard, well, I mean, you know what the deal is, Vacant. Who do we turn to?
My buddy, Randall Mortimer Draw.
How's everybody doing tonight? It's Cataclysm time here in New York City. I'm looking forward to it. How's it going out vacant? How's it going, Lord Amadeus? How we all doing? How we feeling? What's the deal?
I mean, I'm doing great, but you're looking good, looking good. See you. I was afraid we might have lost you into the nightlife of New York City, but you made it, so good for you.
This is my town right now here. You know what I'm saying? This
I
is
do
my
know what you're
town.
saying.
I'm comfortable. I'm good. All right, so here's what we got for tomorrow night, the undercard for the matchups for everybody at Cataclysm that isn't already in a title match or whatnot, have what's and what fors. You got the chairman of RAWF, the Razor, taking on Fusion Skull. You got Andy Price taking on Ali. You got Sean Hitman Hurd taking on Toxic Megatron Avenger. You got Miss Beautifatal taking on Crazy Serb. Sophia McFadden takes on Marquis Desaad. Fabulous Diana takes on Psycho Girl. Tad Beaglewolf Dennis to take on Roger the Pirate. Yeo Dos Segador takes on Badass Billy. Money Sue takes on Kitty Kabam. Magnificent Michael to take on Hobo Ezekiel. Teflon Sheik to take on Wildfire. Sisaloo takes on the Crippler. Evan Deadly takes on Mark Caliber. Starlight to take on Seabell. Big Papa takes on Cougar Knight. Uber Vegan TPO to take on Luzon Warrior Queen Falcon. Scythe takes on Mancunian Maniac. Stormtrooper of Death takes on the Minion. Agent guy, and I don't know, Killing El Lobo. Anybody know anything about this Killing El Lobo dude?
I can't say I've ever heard of him.
I never, me neither. I guess we're going to find out about him tomorrow night. Here's a good one. Kicker takes on DW Diesel Warrior. Rick Nelson to take on The Undertaker. Black Lilith to take on Joey A. Cyril El Napolitano. So tell me about this. I've heard of her. I know she's famous, but she just recently signed Faith Dunkerino. You know who that is, Megan?
Only by reputation. I've never actually met her, but I know she's an old school wrestler. She's, from my understanding, pretty competent. We'll see. She was retired for a long time. We'll see what kind of ring rust there is.
Okay, so okay, I made a mistake though, because Faith is not taking on. What did I say? Zero? That's the name.
Yeah, you said Zero, yeah.
Hey, I got that all screwed up. Davila takes on Faith Dunkerino. And the Cyril El Napolitano takes on another newcomer I've never heard of, Anthony Patrick. Who is that?
Another name I do not know.
There's all kinds of people coming in RAWF now that things are settled and back open. Luke Cage makes his pay-per-view return against Cyanide Harvey. Dr. Kent takes on Olivia McGinnis. Strangleheart takes on Papa Shaker. Dark Warrior takes on Aaron McFadden. And Natalia Nitro will take on a Hot Cheese. That is your undercard for tomorrow's Cataclysm Paper Extravaganza. All right. Some good matchups there, I think, Elvacan. Certainly. Good job, Randy.
And then there was silence. Randy usually doesn't.
Yeah, I'm good. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. Thanks, boss man. Appreciate it. Sorry, it was
All right, so this is your town. When we're in my locations, I take you out on the town to make sure you don't miss anything good. So I'm expecting you tonight to show me around the places I wouldn't normally see in New York.
Wait, you want me to show you around?
I don't know New York that well.
This is that's okay. Yeah, we could do that.
You just said it was your hometown.
It is. I just wasn't prepared to. Yeah, we could do that. I got an idea actually. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it at the show. All right. All right. Well, I guess those two are going out on the town tonight. Have fun with that. At any rate. So that is tomorrow's pay-per-view. Thanks, Randy. Appreciate it. All right, so yes, it's going to be a hell of a day. We talking about let's talk about the Redneck Avenger versus Soul Reaper in this horror lumberjack match. Vacant. We'll touch on it briefly, and apparently Reaper's out there with a truckload of zombies.
I, I, okay. Is that
So
sanitary?
yeah. And we Soul Reaper has some things to say about that. So let's take a listen.
Redneck Avenger and anybody and everybody who's been talking since Tropical Aggression, you all saw what happened when I faced Teal the Segador. I lost by voluntary referee stoppage, and I made a choice. I refused to finish my own blood, and some of you twisted that into weakness. You questioned me, questioned whether I still had it, questioned whether I could find zombies, control them, or even survive. Redneck. And now, even after I've called for a zombie lumberjack match and the dead answered, you still laugh. Well, this isn't a stunt, it's not a gimmick, it is proof I don't stay down, and I will not be doubted by anyone. Redneck, you're tough. You're not the wall you pretend to be. When those zombies drag you back to me again and again and again, you'll understand what everyone forgot after Tropical Aggression. I didn't lose my edge, I chose my son. Enjoy these last few hours before Cataclysm, Redneck, and I'll see you in hell.
All right. Soul Reaper sounds pretty confident there, Vacant.
Yes, he does.
All right. Not much else to say about that, but that is the Soul Reaper's.
Look, I mean, he's going into this feeling like he's got something to prove. If you got something to prove, RA is not a bad person to try to prove it with.
That's true. You're not wrong. All right, our first guest this evening, the reigning multimedia champion, defending the title, that particular title against Dees. He's also one of the two challengers to the men's championship tomorrow against Michael Brewer and Claymore. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome.
From shadows deep, he rises, a warrior born of fate. With steel in his eyes, the tempest shall not wait. Memento mori, the call echoes through the night. His spirit will not fall. Ready for the fight. Griffin Davian, the immortal one, eternal champion, his war's never done. Hunter of monsters, affection of one. In a world that's broken, he stands with none. The tempest rages. He's held high, an immortal legend that will never die.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is indeed the immortal Griffith. Good evening, Griffith.
Good evening, Lord Amadeus.
Well, we are just less than 24 hours away from the big night, the return of RAW pay-per-views to the airwaves, and you have two epic matches in store for you. Which one do you want to discuss first?
Well, I mean, we've discussed the D's one time and time again. I don't know there's really much more to say, so why don't we go on to the new surprise match, shall we?
Yes, yes. The fact triple threat for the men's championship. Michael Brewer choosing you and Claymore as his opponents. First time that the men's championship has ever been defended, I believe, in a triple threat match. So that there in itself is history for you. But you also have an opportunity tomorrow night to make history once again, as you are wont to do. If you indeed walk out of Cataclysm the men's champion, you will be uh, the sole leader of how many times that championship's been held at 6 times, breaking the tie with Judgment at 5 times. So currently, you are a 5-time men's champion. You win that title tomorrow night, you become the 6-time men's champion. Your thoughts?
I mean, you've met me a time or two. You know, I will never turn my nose up at an opportunity to break a record. I do like setting new milestones in the history of RAWF. But I know I got to tell you, I have to agree a lot with most of, not all, but most of what El Mexicano over here had to say earlier. That I props to Brewer. It was a genius pick.
Say that again.
I said props to Brewer. It was a genius pick. Making what he did. I cannot argue with what Bacon had to say earlier.
Now
most of it. There was one thing he said that is incorrect, but we'll get around to that.
Well, what would that be? Go ahead and.
So he tried to make a point that like Claymore and I hate each other, and I don't know. Claymore may hate me. I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent to Claymore. I don't really factor him into my world. It is what it is. I mean, it's been proven time and again that I am the measuring stick that Claymore judges himself against. He's goes out of his way anytime he gets anything over past me. He brags about it forever. You'll note I can't even think of the last time we had a match. Like it's not something I care about. I respect his abilities. I respect him as a Hall of Famer. In fact, the year he got into the Hall of Fame, I was one of the people who nominated him because I do believe in giving credit where credit is due. He is an incredible talent. But at the end of the day, do I like how he conducts himself in this industry? No, I don't. Do I like the hypocrisy that he carries himself with? No, I don't. But do I hate him? That would require energy, and I don't. It's just not worth the energy. Like he's not. Yeah. What is it? What is it? A wise man said to me one time: the opposite of love is not hate; it is indifference.
Fair enough, but I mean, there is a lot of history between you and Claymore.
History, absolutely. There's plenty.
There is tons of history between you and Claymore, and not so much between you and Brewer, and almost I would think none between Brewer and Claymore, at least in RAWF.
I mean, I had history with Brewer, just not here.
Right.
But it's good history. Like we don't, as far as I know, we're on good terms. We were hooligans together. We the one time I ever entered and then actually won the title in a certain event in this industry, I was on the team with Brewer. So I have a lot of respect for Brewer, to be honest.
Indeed. And so, yeah, I forgot all about that, actually. I mean, he's actually an ally. I mean, or at least it was back in the day, an ally. And you can go ahead and say the name of the event. I mean, I'm not ever against it being mentioned.
Well, as the multimedia champion, I feel like they're not paying me to advertise for them. That seems inappropriate for me to.
Okay, well, fine. I won't argue with that. But at any rate, so yeah. So with that being said, who's more dangerous, Brewer or Claymore?
If you'd asked me before the break, I'd have said Claymore. If you ask me now, I think it's a coin flip. They're both really good. They're both on pretty good hot streaks. I mean, I would still lean that towards Claymore being the bigger threat to me in the fight, but it's marginal. And I don't know if that difference in threat overcomes Brewers' champions advantage.
Fair enough.
I feel like for me, I think it, because you take into account champions advantage, I feel like it's a level playing field for me across with the other two. Like, I feel like it's going to take about the same between the two of them. I mean, now I still think I'm going to win. I mean, I think that, they're as close to my tier as you can get without, knowing that no one can get to my tier. So as close as you can get without actually being on it. What does that look? What?
Nothing.
Do they have a pay-per-view named after them? No. I rest my case.
You're so right.
That song
Anyways.
is about me.
Of course it is. Why didn't I think about that? At any rate. All right. Well,
the funny thing about that song is the whole point of the song is saying you're so vain you think this song is about you. But if they think that song's about you and they're right, are they vain? Or are they just right?
I think it could be both.
But I'm just saying it sets up a premise that is kind of false. I think it's more vain to think the song's about you and it's not.
This has been Deep Thinking with the Immortal Griffith, ladies and gentlemen. Griff, any final thoughts about tomorrow's Cataclysm in any way whatsoever?
No, I'm looking forward to it. There's a lot of really good matches I can't wait to see. I have two really good matches that I can't wait to be a part of. I can't wait to walk out with 3 belts. That'll be good. It's been a while since I've had 3 belts.
It has. You might have to break out that bandolier.
Yeah, haven't done that in a while.
There you go. All right. Thank you for your time, Griffith. Appreciate it. And we will see you tomorrow night at Cataclysm.
You have a good night.
All right. Our next guest, ladies and gentlemen, is a contender for the Triple Crown Championship tomorrow night. One of the 9 people involved in triple threat title matches. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the first class lass herself. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the lovely Maeve O'Hare to the program. Good evening, Maeve.
Good evening, Bossman. Good evening, Vacant.
Oh, hi.
How are you both keeping?
We're doing good. We're good. I'm excited for our first pay-per-view since August. Does it feel like it's been a
long time? I didn't.
It sounds like a long time. For some reason, now that it's here, it doesn't feel as long. Does it to you?
It doesn't. Like, if I think about it logically, I'm like, all right, yeah, it's been several months. but it didn't. The time went by quicker than I expected. And I can't speak for everyone else, but I don't feel like I got a particular large amount of ring rust to get rid of. So,
Very true.
Well, because when you're naturally talented, it won't rust.
It's the hair. I keep telling folks it's the hair.
I know all about that.
See,
not about your hair, but
I'm not. That got awkward fast.
It really did. I don't know where the hell that went, but anyways.
I mean, she is Maeve O'Hare after all.
You and Morcorver can fight over who made the joke first.
Oh, my bad. Well, you look, it wouldn't be the first time he and I made the same bad pun.
It's true.
All right, Maeve, tomorrow night, Triple Crown Championship match. You, Chris Cage, and Joe Boo. Now that we are less than 24 hours away, what are your final thoughts on this matchup?
My final thoughts are that I know that it's a Triple Crown, and so therefore it's supposed to have 3 folks, but I'm starting to think that Jobu don't want to be in this match, and maybe we should just shoo him off. Because I haven't seen hide nor hair of him. I hadn't heard a word from him. I'm not even sure he realizes that the match is happening tomorrow. That being said, I'm not overlooking him. I know Vacant mentioned that could be part of the strategy is for him to be laying low. You're giving him too much credit. He's not that clever. He doesn't think of something unless someone's thought of it for him.
I mean, but as El Vacant pointed out, maybe he's just lying in wait for this particular match.
I mean, I suppose that's possible. It's also possible that perhaps the sun will rise in the west tomorrow. But there's possible and there's likely, and those are 2 different things. But more what I'm interested in, besides the fact that I'm not particularly fussed about Jobu one way or t'other, my focus is going to be on Chris Cage because he's got the champion's advantage, because it's his belt to lose. But also, Chris Cage has another title match, and we all know how much he cares about Sparky. So this is my open invitation to Chris Cage. When you hear this, feel free to focus on that high voltage match. I will not be offended in any way, shape, or form if you give that your full attention. You have my permission.
Very nice of you. Very, very, very.
I'm generous to a fault.
I can't help. Griff got me into some deep thinking when he was on here. I have to ask: if you stand on your head, does the sun actually rise in the west?
No.
Oh, damn it! It sounded good.
Did it? Did it really?
It were certainly one of the notions of all time.
It was something, wasn't it? Luckily, I never stand on my head because that means my hair would be on the ground, and I can't have that.
I can't picture you standing on your head, no.
And you never will either.
I think I can live without that sight. I think I'll be okay. I'll get through somehow. One time, back in when I was in the Indies working for Mida, I thought about having the handstand Frankensteiner as a finisher. So I got pretty good at standing on my head. And then I came over here to the States and everyone's much bigger. And it's a lot harder to make that move look good on big folks.
Yeah, I can't see that being pulled off against like Denzel the Giant.
I'd have to get a ladder just to reach up to his head. And I'm not exactly a short person myself. But yeah, so just you're talking about standing on your head made me think about that. I hadn't remembered that in so many years. I might have to start trying to work that back into my repertoire against some of the smaller folk. We'll see. Maybe I'll do my best to pull off a handstand Frankensteiner in mid-Triple Crown match tomorrow. How's that sound?
I mean, you could. I mean, I don't think neither Chris Cage or Joe Boo are too heavy. So
They're not too heavy. But did you realize how tall Chris Cage is? Have you ever seen him standing next to folk?
No, how tall is he?
He's like 7 foot tall.
Is he?
He don't look it because he's scrawny, but he's tall. I thought he were walking on stilts at one point.
Interesting. Well, I guess we have a lot of tall people here in RAWF.
We do. It seems sort of unnatural. We also have folk that just kind of get bigger when you're not looking. Not going to name any names, but it does feel like sometimes it's just like, I don't remember you being that big. And there you are.
She said.
Well, if she didn't remember it, then you weren't doing it right.
Oh, wow. All right, I'm gonna let that go.
Nope, not touching that one. Not touching that one.
That's probably also what she said. See, I keep you young, boss man. Aren't you glad you had me round?
Yes, you do keep me young. You're not wrong.
You know, though, I noticed that Randy didn't mention Vacant having a match.
They never give me matches anymore.
You know, you ought to do some sort of special thing for the show then. Like, I know you have the trucks and all, but you ought to, you know what you should do? You should go back to your segment. Maybe not the exact same one, because I know you said that you kind of ran out of folks you wanted to spotlight that you felt like deserved it. But you ought to go back to having a segment. I enjoyed hearing your thoughts on things.
I'll take it under advisement.
I think the show could always use more Vacant. I don't know what Ken Costa's problem is, but I'm always a big El Vacant fan.
Well, where should I start on that one? Could that be my segment, just listing the shit wrong with Ken Costa?
Good Lord, no, because then he'll come on and pitch a fit at you, and then it'll be in one of those. What are they called in English? The things that eat themselves. More Corcoran would know.
You mean the Ouroboros?
That one. That's the one. It would just be one of them. See, I knew I could count on you folks. But now I worry. And I can. What?
The chupa thingy.
No, that's more different. I'm not talking about the thing that lives in Mexico and eats goats. No. But since he's not here, and he therefore won't take it so personal, hopefully when he hears it later, I do worry a little bit about Ken. I like Ken. I do. I think he's a sweetheart, and he's done a lot for himself since he's been in this company.
I hear a butt coming.
However, I do worry that he gets so caught up in what he thinks other folks think of him that he's not even necessarily listening to what's being said or what folks actually do think, because he's already decided in his own head what he thinks folks think. And while there are sociological reasons for that I can't get into right now because we've got other people to come onto the show, I do worry that he's going to get so caught up in that he's going to miss out on a lot of opportunities and a lot of chances to prove himself because he thinks he's already failed at something that no one else is thinking that. It's all in his head. So Ken, when you hear this, do yourself a favor. Stop worrying so much about what everyone else around here thinks of you and worry about what Ken Costa thinks about Ken Costa. Those are my words of wisdom.
Well, hopefully he'll hear that, Maeve. Hopefully he will.
The compression machine caught me off guard. I weren't ready for that. I can't just say things like that, threshing machine.
Clearly he can.
He's mistress. He can say that.
I mean, you know what? If you want to sort that out amongst yourselves, I am not volunteering as tribute. I have said it once. I will say it a dozen more times if need be.
He's got ins with the bikini the Swedish bikini team. He can hook it up.
I mean, Threshing Machine's got contacts. He knows all sorts of folks. I will let him sort that out. I do very much care about Ken Costa's well-being. He's not my type. I have told him this. Hopefully, eventually, he will hear me saying that instead of getting, again, so caught up in what he thinks. But yeah, so that's my words of wisdom. Threshing Machine, you can go ahead and sort out that Swedish bikini team thing. I will give you good night, and I will see you all tomorrow for the pay-per-view.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, she is indeed the lovely Maeve O'Hare. Will she be the next Triple Crown champ tomorrow night? All right, before we get to our next guest, I have a public PSA I'd like to put out there. El Vacant, do you know what God modding is?
See.
Yeah, it's when a player gives their character unfair godlike powers, such as being unable to be harmed, or controlling other players' characters without consent, or ignoring realistic consequences to actions, or using a character's gimmick without, basically. And so when you do something like that, we kind of frown on that here in RAWF, and Unstoppable was a right. So if you want to come in and destroy someone's, say, taco truck, you should probably ask the person that owns the taco truck if you can do that before you go and do that. And that goes for anything else in RAWF character-wise. Like, I wouldn't want to go around calling myself the Immortal Amadeus. That would be bad.
I think it would be funny because I think you'd end up in a match.
Exactly. So at any rate, that was my PSA for this week. Might have more to come. We'll find out. We're going to take a quick song break. When we return, we will speak with the likes of Kenta and our World Heavyweight Champion, the Paragon of Greatness, plus the Extreme Enigma, I believe, is skulking around here somewhere. So plenty more to talk about in the second half, but right now, let's take a quick song break. This is RAWF After Hours on the RAWF Radio Network.
Step right up. Step right in. Where the grin covers every sin.
Paint on the smile, but the eyes say problem. Boots hit the ramp and the whole place solemn. He skips to the ring like it's homeroom roll call, then snaps like a quiz you were never prepped for. Twisted homeward, written on steel. Detention in the corner till you can't feel. He's playing hopscotch on your ribs on the mat. Tic-tac-toe on your blood, yeah, he's good at that. He's the Joker, Mark Caliber, laugh now, cry later. Carnival King, body count, tally up. Each slam hits greater, he turns dreams to a highlight reel. Your hope to a crater, Joker, Mark Caliber. Smile getting scarier. He got crayons in his pockets and a chain round his neck. Coloring in bruises like a bored kid's desk. Tagging his name on your back with the boot mark. Property a mark in a bright red birthmark. Playground rules in the grown man's war. Tag your face first to the floor. He pogo on spines like a bouncy ride. Then bows to the crowd with your fear as his pride. He's the Joker, Mark Caliber, laugh now, cry later. Carnival King, body count, tally up. Each slam hits greater, he turns dreams to a highlight reel. Your hope to a crater, Joker, Mark Caliber. Smile getting scarier. Eeny, meeny, knee to the nose. Pick a limb, see where it goes. He don't just win, he rearrange souls. Turn you from a fighter to a face on a pole. Ecolidian slime mixed with sweat and pain. Confetti in the cuts like a twisted game. You with theme songs while you fade in black. Recess is over, he ain't giving you back.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. This is RAWF After Hours on the RAWF Radio Network. We are one night removed from our first pay-per-view of 2026. It is Cataclysm live from Madison Square Garden tomorrow night, right here on the RAWF Radio Network. LV, I'm excited. It has been a while, and so this is the first one we've had for quite a bit. I feel like I'm out of practice. Am I out of practice on running these things? What do you think?
Yes, we'll go with yes. I don't know. I won't know until I see you do it.
We'll find out tomorrow night, I guess. But yeah, should be a lot of fun. Cataclysm returning for the first time in a couple of years, so very exciting. Very happy to finally be having a pay-per-view here after the long layoff. Speaking of pay-per-views, I want to remind everybody of the pay-per-view schedule for this year. And oh yeah, so Cataclysm, of course, tomorrow night in Madison Square Garden. And then follow that up with Love Hurts in Vancouver on February 22nd, the Rogers Arena. Love Hurts returns for the first time since 2024. Then, of course, Immortal 13, live from SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles on April 5th. Immortal 13. Wow. It's been there's good. We're up to 13 already. Oh, okay.
See, feeling old yet?
Huh?
Feeling old yet?
Yeah. Radiversary comes to you May 24th from the Rocket Arena in Cleveland, Ohio. And of course, as always, Radiversary will include the RAWF Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Looking forward to that, as we always do. See who will go in this year. And then, of course, our annual Philadelphia Freedom comes to you live July 5th from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. Nothing like going to Philadelphia in the heat of the summer where those fans are starved for just about everything.
Like city made out of brick at the hottest time of year. It's great.
Yeah. Always a fun time in Philadelphia in July. And then, of course,
I only learned this recently. Did you know because it is a brick city, that during the summer the heat signature of Philadelphia can be seen from space?
No, I didn't know that. Interesting.
It is always 5 to 10 degrees hotter than the surrounding area.
I've heard that about your taco trucks, though, too, as well.
God forbid if they did heat signatures on bathrooms near my taco trucks.
Right? Anyways, Tropical Aggression will be in Mexico City this year on August 30th, Aztec Stadium. Graveyard Smash will be in Dublin at the 3 Arena on October 18th. Black Friday will return to Madison Square Garden for Black Friday on November 27th. And then finally, Jingle Hell Rock will be on December 27th from State Farm Arena in Atlanta. That is this year's pay-per-view schedule. And hopefully we get to do it all this year. Kind of missed doing Black Friday and Jingle Hell Rock, to be honest with you. Those are kind of a couple of my favorites. So
I mean, it does mean we didn't have to worry about a certain match that we've had a bunch of times.
Oh, that's true too.
I mean, we probably weren't going to have that match, but still.
Yeah, probably weren't, to be honest.
For all we know, somebody would have been like, oh, I want to pick up the tradition and run with it.
Who do we know that would want to do that?
I can think of a few people.
I do too. That's the problem. So let's not say it any louder than we just did, so that nobody gets the idea, and hope they forget by December.
Right.
All right. Our next guest, ladies and gentlemen, will be challenging for the Platinum Dragon Championship tomorrow in one of the most highly anticipated Platinum Dragon title matches of all time. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Extreme Enigma to the program. Good evening, Enigma.
LA vacants. The demons are talking to me because they haven't had a Starfield in 5 hours. How are y'all doing?
Are you okay?
You all right? Are you?
Withdrawal?
I am vibrating viciously.
That's what she said.
Whoa! I don't know how any woman would ever say that, or at least admit it out loud. But okay.
Clearly, you haven't had the right women.
Right. Where were we? Oh, Platinum Dragon triple threat match tomorrow. Enigma, I assume you heard the words of Hotshot Chaz earlier?
I did. It's always great to hear from Chaz. Yeah, that got me more fired up than I already was.
Yeah, you didn't need the star fuel then, did you? See?
I still need it.
No, you don't. You don't need that stuff. My goodness. All right, but at anywho, we are just less than 24 hours away. What are your final thoughts on the big triple threat match, Kenta, Hotshot Chaz, and yourself?
My final thoughts are, God, it's like a recurring event. Every pay-per-view, I say I feel confident, and then usually Chris Cage ends up being the person to what was it called, raffle stomp me or something.
Yes, that is a raffle stomp. That is the word you're looking for.
Yeah, there it is. Word of the day. It's worth 5 points on a Scrabble board. Yeah, usually I'm feeling confident out of hope, luck, but me, Chaz, and Kenta actually sat down and had a little bit of a, I guess, like truce lunch dinner. I mean, none of us really hate the other. Like, at the worst, we consider each other rivals. So I figured I'd extend a little invitation, served up some spaghetti. Straight up fucking spaghetti. Yeah, RAWF salaries, and I'm making spaghetti for my boys. I told them it was a juxtaposition. We got this big, glamorous triple threat, arguably a match that, honestly, if you ask me, respect to SCB, respect to Paragon, this triple threat for the Platinum Dragon is the real main event of the show. But you got that big, glamorous thing, and we're just sitting here, no bad blood, eating some fucking just normal food.
So, you, Kenta, and Hotshot Chaz are going to have spaghetti tomorrow before the match. Is that what I'm hearing?
No, we had it earlier. Fuck, tomorrow it's going to be protein shakes and whatever 3 Starfields I have in my fridge available that get mixed up together.
That sounds so delicious. You know, I do provide catering. You know that, right?
Yeah, but like you usually get like Jimmy John's or some shit, dude. Oh, that fuck.
Excuse you.
Hey! I'm talking about El Vacant.
Hold on. You're telling me El Vacant's been a catering out? Who the fuck? Which backstage worker has been bringing me these shit ass sandwiches? I could have gotten free tacos.
Who did you piss off? So I know what happened. You think you're too good to go wander over to catering by yourself, so you've been telling someone backstage to go get you your food, and they've been bringing you back bullshit.
That's exactly it. Yeah, I figured they'd do me a solid.
Yeah, you earned that. You earned that.
I slipped him a whole $5 bill.
Yep. That would do it. I suppose you're lucky you didn't end up getting something worse, like Raleigh's. But at any rate, yeah, right. At any rate, but with that being said, talk to me about what that Platinum Dragon title actually means to you, Enigma.
Oh, absolutely. Let me tell you what the Platinum Dragon title means to me. In the past, when it comes to titles that I've won, I've always made sure, whether I'm in here pissed off, trying to be like, I'm a supervillain, or I'm my much more calm self now, I always pay tribute to history. What's behind a title belt? Because especially the Platinum Dragon title, but every title in this company, it has a story. It has a reason for existing. I, admittedly, before coming to this company, and this is just a plain fact, not me trying to be disrespectful at all, did not know of the person behind it. I arrived here, I did my research, I learned the stories, and I learned just how important this belt is. And on the road to this title match, you know, the many different shapes that it's taken, the courses of action that have been taken with the champions, I've grown to respect the title more and more. I feel even if I was in a position where I was still the same pissed off, grasping for any sort of glory enigma that was here even a year ago, I feel like even then I would still grasp the importance of this belt, the respect that needs to be paid to it. And Hotshot Chaz is a great champion to represent that fact. I think Kenta is a person who could really represent that respect. If I win this match, I hope that I can only do it justice. I hope that I can, you know, beyond just being a good champion in general, show the title the respect that it deserves.
I mean, it's what we call the heart and soul of RAWF, and it truly is. So it is not a title to be sneezed at. Not that any title should be sneezed at, but this one in particular has got a special place in my heart as well as several other people. So yeah, I'm glad you feel that way about it, and I hope if you do win it, you treat it with the reverence that it's due.
Oh, 100%. And I will also make a note, more specifically to you, Mr. Company Owner Man, who controls my livelihood with paychecks. I'm not going to do a custom title belt for this thing. I'm going to make sure it's a normal belt. I know I usually put my own little spin on things, but not this time. It's the real belt. I see the pitchforks. Don't hurt me. I'm fragile.
It wouldn't be me though to come after you with pitchforks. It'd be a certain retired RAWF Hall of Famer that likes to dress up in colorful outfits and dance.
Judgment?
No.
That's accurate though.
I mean, okay, more one that has a big afro.
I was gonna say because you also could have been Great Red Dragon.
Starshot?
No. At any rate, with that being said, Enigma, thank you for your time tonight. And did you have a quick Arcana Clash update?
Oh yeah, super quick one. Y'all, if you aren't signed up for it, you fucking missed your chance. That's the glory of a limited division. You love to hate it. My goal with Arcana Clash is get these tournaments rolling. Hopefully after the show tonight. Hopefully I can drag my ass back to the hotel room and send through the necessary information to the matchmakers around here. And hopefully, if I can get things all squared up, done correctly, we'll have a whole title match between here and Love Hurts, and then another title match ready at Love Hurts.
All right. Sounds awesome. Can't wait. Thank you, Enigma, for your time, and good luck tomorrow night for that Platinum Dragon Championship.
Thank you. Good night, New York!
All right. Let's now talk to the other challenger in that triple threat Platinum Dragon title match. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Golden Dragon.
From the stormy seas, breathing fire with a warrior's decree. Scales of gold shine brighter than the sun. The golden dragon's fight has just begun. Golden dragon, hear the crowds roar. Unleash your power, lead them on the floor. From the ashes, you ignite the flame. The ring is yours, they'll remember your name. his eyes ablaze and cutting through the night. Every step he takes is...
Ladies and gentlemen, he is Kenta joining us now. Kenta, good evening.
Good evening, Vacant. Senor,
Kenta?
how's everybody doing?
Doing well. So you just learned the thoughts of Enigma, one of your two opponents in that Platinum Dragon title match tomorrow. And I'm sure you heard the thoughts of Hotshot Chaz earlier in the program. So it's your turn to weigh in. After hearing what those two had to say, what are your thoughts now that it's just less than 24 hours away?
I actually did not hear what Chaz had to say. Can you
Oh.
summarize it for me? I was not here. I was busy with catering, as you also booked me for this event.
Basically, he respects both you and Extreme Enigma, but he plans on walking out at Cataclysm, still the Platinum Dragon champion. His ultimate goal is to be Platinum Dragon champion through Immortal.
Hmm.
I would, Chaz, but it's 4 minutes long, and it's kind of getting late. Maybe I'll send it to him so she can listen to it.
I'll listen to it later. I
Okay.
always listen to the show after. But yeah, as both of them said, I respect both of them. But the fact of the matter is this: Chaz knows this, and I know it. He was inches away from losing that title before the blackout. Inches away. I was going to beat him, and he knows this. In the back of his mind, he knows this. But for some fucking reason, the blackout happened, and apparently, it was caused by the Sheik. He claimed that it was all his doing. Is that true? The Sheik did the blackout? Was it his fault? Do I have to beat the shit out of him too?
The only way Sheik causes a blackout is when he opens his mouth and people fall asleep.
Anyway, I'm putting the blame on him because he cost me a legitimate and official reign. But the fact is, as much as I respect both of them, I'm gonna do whatever it takes in my power to beat both of them, and I will walk out at Cataclysm as the new heart and soul of this company.
All right, but of course, also on your mind tomorrow, there's the 3 stages of hell against Ken Costa. And have you seen what he's had to say as of late? He's kind of doubting himself in a way, or he's having a kind of identity crisis. Did you see this?
Yeah, he's having some doubts, mental breakdown. Last time we had a talk, I touched a nerve in him, I guess, or I got through to him. Either way.
Not sure.
Go on.
Not sure either way, but yeah, something definitely changed. But you go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Either way, my job in that match is 2 things: get my revenge in, and then beat him so bad that through violence he becomes a better man. As I said before, I'll be the golden light that guides him back to sanity. So don't everybody worry. The Golden Dragons got this. This would be the men's version of therapy. 3 stages of hell. It's a therapy.
That is a
and I am the therapist.
You're the golden therapist or the therapist dragon?
Golden Dragon Therapist. GRT.
Okay.
So, sorry. GDT.
You might want to talk to Mark Caliber while you're at it, if that's the case.
Does he want to go to 3 stages of hell? I mean, that's the only treatment I know.
Oh, that's the only treatment? Well, it wouldn't be the first time, I don't think.
Violence is pain, but it can help us get straight. That's what my Mama Kenta told me before she died.
That's what she told you?
Yes.
Damn. Wow.
So many things explained in so few words.
Nope. No, I don't.
Mm-mm.
Uh-uh. All right. Well, Kenta, last chance to speak to Chaz and Enigma. They are both here. They are both listening. Final words for them before tomorrow night's big triple threat match.
I gotta be honest, LA. I never thought that I would actually make history in RAWF because there's a lot of momentous occasions that already happened. But to be part of it at Cataclysm, to be a trendsetter, to have a triple threat match for the Platinum Dragon, just for the title, it's first in the history books, and I'm honored. I am I'm a bit teared up, and this is the best case scenario for me. As as I'm not gonna lie, I did kind of wish this happened between the three of us, because these guys I respect really well. I've been looking at their work when I was out and about, just just amazed by how they accomplish things and what they've done. But fact of the matter is this: respect goes out the door. It is out, and I'm gonna do whatever in my power. Maybe tap into whatever dark side I have, channel any psychotic urges, and just beat the ever living shit out of them. I love you guys, but I want to be a legitimate Platinum Dragon champion. And as for Ken Costa, I hope you're hearing this. We're gonna have so much to talk about through our fist and through the slams and through the falling off of cages or submissions we're gonna do, and hopefully you will come out a better man. Win or lose, you come out better man, and that's a golden guarantee from the Golden Dragon.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, he could be your next Platinum Dragon champion. We find out tomorrow night at Cataclysm live from Madison Square Garden. Thank you, Kenta.
Thank you for having me. Have a golden day.
All right, next up, apparently this man will have to face zombies outside the ring in his matchup with Soul Reaper tomorrow at Cataclysm. Please welcome the one and only.
Boots hit the dirt, stealing my stare. Six pack of engines, I don't fight fair. Rattlesnake blood running through my veins. Mess with the best, you be feeling the pain. I'm a renegade, born a brawl, raised on rage. Knuckles up, I set the stage. Drinking beer and kicking pain. Ain't no cage can hold my name. A redneck avenger, don't need no crown. But you best believe I run this town. From back road bars to the square circle, ain't no rules when I raise this hurdle. I don't tap out, I don't back down. You cross my line, you're going down.
Look, ladies and gentlemen, he is the Redneck Avenger. Good evening, all right?
Good evening, LA. Damn it, man, I misplaced my watch. What time is it?
It's 11:30. Why?
Wrong. It's beer 30.
It's beer 30.
You damn
Okay.
stupid. Hell yeah. Man, I tell you what, I went through I am so ready to go ahead and get this thing, get her done. I mean, it's I ain't taking away anything from anybody, but man, this has dragged out longer than John Cena's retirement. Damn it, man. Let's get this done. Zombies and rednecks and freakoids. Oh my. Let's go ahead and get this done. I am so ready to drop the foot. Oh hell yeah. Man, I'm stoked. And I got a beer in each hand And you know, I am living my best redneck life.
Well, good, 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 good. Glad to hear it. I'm glad you're having fun. Welcome to Madison Square Garden tomorrow night, where you take on Soul Reaper. And
I'm having
apparently,
more fun than a dyslexic chimpanzee with a Rubik's Cube. I mean, let's go with this. You know, last week on Superstar, y'all talked about Dark Warrior, and you know, and I told you, you cannot sleep on this man. I won, but it took more than it normally does take. And I tell you, watch watch Dark Warrior. He's something else. But he kind of fell, but you know, picked him back up, gave him a beer. He'd be all right. Rub a little dirt on it, take a couple of ibuprofen, drink water. He'd be okay.
all right. So, did you hear what Soul Reaper had to say in his Vokaroo earlier?
I'm gonna have to go back on the replay and see that and hear that. But I mean, I'm sure it was a lot of interesting stuff.
Well, since it's only a minute clip, I can go ahead and play that one again real quick.
Yeah,
Try.
go for it.
Let's play it again, real quick.
Redneck Avenger and anybody and everybody who's been talking since Tropical Aggression, you all saw what happened when I faced Heel the Segador. I lost by voluntary referee stoppage, and I made a choice. I refused to finish my own blood, and some of you twisted that into weakness. You questioned me, questioned whether I still had it, questioned whether I could find zombies, control them, or even survive. Redneck. And now, even after I've called for a zombie lumberjack match and the dead answered, you still laugh. Well, this isn't a stunt, it's not a gimmick, it is proof I don't stay down, and I will not be doubted by anyone. Redneck, you're tough. You're not the wall you pretend to be. When those zombies drag you back to me again and again and again, you'll understand what everyone forgot after Tropical Aggression. I didn't lose my edge, I chose my son. Enjoy these last few hours before Cataclysm, Redneck, and I'll see you in hell.
Well, ain't that cute? So much to unpack out of such a small bag. Um, Here you go. I'm so ready for this lumberjack match. I've made more zombies than you can fiddle around with your puppet strings, and you know that's all right. Some days, some folks got to learn. If you're gonna get in the ring, I'm gonna tell you this. I don't care who it is. If it's my friends, if it's my family, I'd drop kick a midget in a wheelchair to make sure that I win.
I've actually seen you do that.
Yes, sir, you have.
Kind
of funny, wasn't it? That little bastard.
Well, I mean, Pebs didn't think so, but you did.
That is true, you know. But well, you know what? He got up, drank beer, and moved on with his life, and that's all good. Here is the thing: when you decide to step into an RAWF ring, and if you bring your son to step into an RAWF ring, you got to understand it is game on. Doesn't mean you want to kill your son. I mean, you'd be freaking ridiculous if you wanted to.
I've known people who wanted to kill their kids.
Okay, but that's was it Casey? What was the hell her name in South Carolina? I'm too drunk to remember it.
I was just saying that I've known some of my brothers and my nephews.
Yeah, you know, and I've had plenty of women swallow some of my children, probably about 50 million, but you know, we won't go there. But here we are. If you want to step into the ring, this is business, and there is no better way to teach your kids business than if they step into the big time. You take care of business. Period. Now, we're not playing games here. This is not the little jobber belt. This isn't some other company the little company that tried, and they do great things for their place. This is the one and only major league. If I played for the Dallas Texans, Lord knows the Houston Texans. The Dallas Texans were back in a long time ago. If I played for them and my son played for the Kansas City Chiefs, he gets that ball, I'm gonna plant him like the South 40, because he's getting paid the same millions I am. You don't want to permanently injure your child or anything like that, but you do want to assert that you are daddy. If you can't assert that you are daddy, you need to take a good long look at some things that I can't help you with. Thing with the zombies, let's do this, man. I'm all over it. I'm looking forward to this fight. I've been looking forward to it for a long time. Let's do this. You wanted a fight? I promise you're gonna get one. I don't know if you can handle it, and I don't know if you care whether or not you can handle it. This is your litmus test. Let's see if you pass.
That happens tomorrow night. The horror lumberjack match live from Madison Square Garden. Redneck Avenger and Soul Reaper should be a good time had all around. But with that being said, Elvika, anything you'd like to ask RA?
Is there a limit to all of these like Southernisms you just pop out week after week, because you never reuse them? It's just more and more and more.
Just hang around with a notebook. That's all I can tell you.
We really should just go through all the tapes and take all of the ones he said down and just put out a book. It would sell.
I'm good with that. Cut me in for a little bit of the royalties. Oh yes, Mathers, bless his heart in the most southern way possible. Hallelujah! Lay your hands upon the radio and receive your healing. Hallelujah!
All right, he's in. I'm going to take that as a yes.
All right. I appreciate you showing up tonight. Good luck tomorrow against Soul Reaper.
Absolutely, brother.
Absolutely. You take it easy, buddy. Don't go too heavy on it tonight. You got a big match tomorrow.
He'll be all right.
Yeah, you're right. It's just Soul Reaper, right?
He'll be okay. All I can.
All right. Appreciate you as always, RA. Redneck Avenger, ladies and gentlemen. Big match against Soul Reaper tomorrow night in a ring surrounded by zombies. Yeah, that's entertainment if I've ever heard it. All right. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, he is the reigning, defending RAWF World Heavyweight Champion. He's got to defend that against Simply the Best tomorrow night in a match that's been in the making for several months. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome.
Once upon a time, an abomination. He walked on water and he conquered nations. Could have ruled forever, but he lost his patience. Look at me now, paragon of greatness. First of the fallen and last of the old gods. No use fighting because you can't beat those cold odds. Beginning of time and the end of days. Civilizations crumble under his gaze. Alpha and Omega, the wrath of the God King. Paragon of greatness, about to pin you in that ring. Once upon a time, an abomination. He walked on water and he conquered nations. Could have ruled forever, but he lost his patience. Look at me now, paragon of greatness. Eons ago, before time existed, they lived in the heavens and the rain persisted.
Ladies and gentlemen, Big Purple is here, the reigning World Heavyweight Champion, the Paragon of Greatness. Good evening, Paragon.
Good evening, Amadeus. We've got our first pay-per-view back in a long time tomorrow night. Can you feel it?
I can definitely feel it. I can feel it. Yes, most definitely.
Hell, I can feel it calling in the air at night. Hold on.
You gotta love when Redneck Avengers here. Chaos abounds. The man knows how to captivate an audience on radio.
Most certainly. But let's talk about, of course, the main event tomorrow at Cataclysm. It is going to be, of course, for the World Heavyweight Championship, you defending against Simply the Best. What can we say about this that we haven't already said about it, Paragon? I'm sure if anybody can figure out something, it's you.
Yep, this is the part where I'm supposed to go in, put the hype machine behind the match. And it's absolutely going to be another banger. That's what happens when Simply the Best and Paragon of Greatness go up against each other in the ring. Two of the best at what we do. We know every in and out of this business of this sport, of the nuances of combat in between those ropes. It's going to be a chess match like it always is. Right now, Simply the Best clearly coming in with some momentum, having just defeated me in the extra points tournament. He does have another match at the pay-per-view, so he may be fatigued. You wouldn't guess it by looking at Simply the Best. He's a real big guy, but the guy is a stamina monster. I don't think that him having a match earlier in the night will affect him one bit going into this main event. And we all know what it would mean to Simply the Best to win that championship. Probably especially right now. The wrestling world is still kind of in disarray. We're still kind of finding our footing. His alliances are on this weird ground where nobody's entirely sure what's going on. And I'm sure that level of stability, having the RAWF World Champion in that locker room, is something that would bring a lot of peace and relaxation to an otherwise extremely tense and stressful past several months for Simply the Best. He genuinely needs this win. I'm gonna obviously go in there and do everything within my power to stop that. Not only does this championship really mean the world to me, but we know what season it is and where we're at, and the thing is, I'm really trying to get that fire going. I know that if I can't get things together here at Cataclysm, I'm gonna regret it in a couple of months, because we know how much all of this means to me. But a lot of the smile is a bit painted on right now. Obviously, I've covered it before. There's a lot going on that's kind of distracted me from the ring lately. You're seeing it reflected in the rankings. You're seeing the same thing with my brother. It's a lot of personal stuff that's going on in the opaque family household that's kind of creating a bit of a problem. And that, as much as it is a maybe not so great thing to say, that is a huge boon to one Simply the Best. I mean, we could say this for the other people that are kind of associated with STB, and then within that camp, these people that have been relentlessly fighting for the top for a long time and kind of fallen short at the brick wall that is Paragon of Greatness. Your Sheiks, your Claymores, your Simply the Best, all the people that are around that kind of camp. STB, 'tis the season. You're in the World Championship match. You're in the top 2. You are the national champion with a historic reign. Josh Allen, you are going into the playoffs right now. There's no Mahomes. There's no Jackson. There's no Burrow. Right now, there is nothing standing in your way. You go and get your ring, because if you don't right now, I think that it's the end for you.
Wow. All right. So, with that being said, let's talk. So you bring up something important. We should talk about it because Cataclysm, of course, tomorrow is the end of the current rankings period, and in this rankings period that we're currently on, of course, builds towards Love Hurts as far as contendership matches and where you stand. But starting this Wednesday, the road to Immortal officially begins. Because
it sure does, LA.
Because this coming Wednesday, when the new rankings period begins, that one will be for contendership matches to get to Immortal. And so that, I know, gets your blood stirring just a little bit, doesn't it?
Honestly, like I said, right now my head's a little bit out of the game, but I know that once I get my head back on my shoulders, if I'm let myself kind of fall back like I've done the past couple of weeks, and I screw up Immortal, I am going to immensely regret it. I've got a ticking clock here, Amadeus, and that ticking clock is only a couple of days before I gotta get my game face back on and start paying attention. Perhaps that goes to the detriment of One Simply the Best, because with such a short turnaround time, it's time for Paragon to start paying attention. But time will tell. I've got to tell you, just talking about it, just bringing it up for the first time, it absolutely is. It is making me feel a little bit brighter about some things. It's making me excited about the season, regardless of my input in it, knowing that it just snuck up on us because of the blackout. Like, the biggest show of the year is coming up real soon, and we got a lot of exciting things. I mean, hell, we heard Hotshot Chaz earlier. The roof is going to blow off the building when Hotshot Chaz walks into Immortal. Like, holy cow. We are going to be there, and we are going to witness an incredible pop for the one and the only, the Smooth Jazz Hotshot Chaz. I love that dude, and so does California, and they are going to be so hyped for him.
If you call him Smooth Jazz,
I use it as a term of endearment. The man is a work of art in the ring.
And no, Chaz, I haven't made up the artwork for Immortal 13 yet. I that is coming very, very soon. I just finished today approving the artwork for Love Hurts, so which I will show you all tomorrow night here at Cataclysm. But with that being said, Paragon, I appreciate your enthusiasm as always. Good luck tomorrow against Simply the Best, and give my love and thoughts to the Opaque Brotherhood family.
I gotta tell you, Amadeus, that's not a great sign for me going into Cataclysm here, because as you were saying, all right, good luck in your match tomorrow, I started thinking to myself in my head, shit, what's my match? I don't remember what Randy said. It's not a great sign for me, Amadeus.
No, that's not a great sign for you.
Oh Lord, I gotta get my head on straight. Oh wow!
It's just some jobber. You'll be fine.
Yeah, it's just Simply the Best. Don't worry about it. It's a blow off match.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jeez.
Wow. Wow. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Paragon, and yes, your match with Simply the Best tomorrow at Cataclysm.
I mean, I would say good luck to Simply the Best, but I think he's got the luck on his side right now. I'm going to wish myself good luck in this one.
All right. Oh my goodness, he is the world heavyweight champion. He is the paragon of greatness, and we will see what happens tomorrow night at Cataclysm, ladies and gentlemen, when all the dust settles. We've got, I mean,
I have a
the
question.
matchups for this pay-per-view have been in so long. It's going to be good to finally get to see them after the build-up that we've had. What match, El Vacant, as we wind down here, are you most looking forward to at Cataclysm tomorrow?
What I'm most looking forward to is going over our roster and figure out who this Josh Allen guy is, because he's talking about him. I'm like, first of all, that's not who your match is, but second of all, who is that? I have no idea. I've never seen them wrestle, so I don't know what he was talking about.
No, that wasn't. No, Josh Allen is not a wrestler.
Yeah.
He's not in RAWF.
Then why are we talking about him?
He was making a football reference, a NFL football reference.
I didn't get it. All right, cool.
All right, you got it, right? I know RA did. No, he hates.
Oh, absolutely. You know, you can't. Whenever you have to spell Bill with 4 L's, I mean, it's okay. He'll have his time.
Oh my word. All right. Well, folks, I appreciate y'all joining us tonight. We will be live back here tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for RAWF Cataclysm 2026. The return of Cataclysm for one night only, and it's going to be a big one. 3 big triple threat title matches, as well as the World Heavyweight Championship match, and much, much more comes to you live from Madison Square Garden.
Madison Square Garden, yes.
Yes,
like
Madison Square Garden.
Have another beer with your Moulton or whatever the hell is that.
Yeah, I think I might have had too much beer. All right. Good for El Vacant and everybody else. This has been RAWF After Hours on the RAWF Radio Network. See you all tomorrow night. Night, everybody.
Hasta la bye-bye.
Much love.